Before the world sees your wins, your soul has to feel your work. It's the reps nobody applauds that produce the wins that do, all through a shifting of your identity into a dominator. This is all done in the dark every single day. So let me be your guide as I welcome you to this episode of the Dark Work Daily. Yo, I used to be fat for a little bit. You don't even care about that yet, so it'll make sense in a minute. Whenever the pandemic hit, I found myself in a situation where I was eating a whole bunch of bad food. I was drinking a case of wine I'd gotten from Russell Brunson. He'd given everybody something our private little group we're part of. And I had like 16 bottles of wine. And my wife didn't want to drink them. So I found myself like popping a bottle of wine. And I was like, you guys want some? She said, no, I'll just drink the whole bottle of wine. I'd also get a little tipsy. And I'd be eating cookies and snacks. And I'm talking no regard for my body. And I was also the guy behind the scenes during the pandemic talking about get after it and, do all this stuff. And I remember one day I'm in bed with my wife and she reaches over and she like holds my stomach and goes, oof, you're tight. Like my skin was tight. It wasn't like muscle tight. It was like balloon tight. Like I was out of shape compared to who she'd always known me to be, the football guy who used to own a gym, like who was in shape. I was 250 pounds. And it wasn't a good 250. It was a bad 250. And I had this commitment inside of like, I'm not going to keep doing this. I'm going to get in shape. I couldn't go to the gym, so I'd like get equipment at the house. I was buying these weird workouts. I had one called like this band product. I can't think what it's called. It was like X something. And sure enough, I want to get in shape. And I started kind of working, training. I lost like 30 something pounds. I got down to like 210. It was like 40 pounds almost. But here is the interesting part about all this. Like, you may not think it, but your body is something that is keeping score, or at least people are keeping score with your body. You don't realize it yet, but everything you do, every word you speak, it has to come from a person that people look at and can visually believe this person's credible. Now, some people have injuries, health issues. I can comprehend that, but everybody can control what they put in their mouth. Everybody. And so what happens is you don't pay attention to it, but the submitters in life, when they want something, they don't realize that the way that they function in their entire life, their marriages, in their relationships, in their careers, in their businesses, all these things, they're byproducts of how you are able to function, like the level you can operate at. But you can operate at a level outside of your body. There's certain things with energy levels, the strength you have, the weight, the endurance, the mental fatigue you have, the fogginess, that comes from how your body is being taken care of. Like your body wasn't designed just to carry your brain around. It's designed to fuel the brain and feed the brain properly. Like when you eat, that thing goes into your stomach and the chemicals, everything goes into your bloodstream, goes back to your brain, and it functions or it doesn't function. But what happens is most people don't realize that there's a great excuse you can make of, well, it's just things are easy to get, or no one cares about the body, or dad bods are in, whatever you want to make up with this societal thing that's creeping towards accepting weakness in people, which is, from my psyche, I can't comprehend how we decided to find a way to make being fat, lazy, and out of shape, pursuable, desirable. I don't know what people are doing. This is weird to me. But I do know this: when I want to operate with heavy hitters, go-getters, high caliber human beings, most of those people, they are not looking at their health as just this excuse that they can just rattle off and go, the reason I'm obese is this, the reason I'm out of shape is this. Most of them are trying to find a way to get in shape because they realize how it trickles over into the rest of things. But even more than that, they realize that while they have this body and they're maybe not worried about it, other people are keeping score. Other people you're around, other people you talk to, everybody you communicate with, they're all looking at you and they're determining whether or not you're a caliber person to be around. If you want to step into rooms with bigger minds and bigger hearts and bigger goals and bigger push and access, you can't show up in those rooms and be out of shape. You can't show up in those rooms and not take care of yourself. Or you can't do it for long. It'll eventually get pointed out by people who are in that space and go, hey man, like you should probably get in some shape. Or hey girl, like you might want to take care of that, because the things you're speaking, people aren't landing with because they're seeing your body is not where it should be. And this is something that everybody deals with, myself included. Like I remember when I was in that space of being overweight and out of shape, like I didn't feel as confident. I didn't feel as if I should be in front of people. I definitely should not have been on a stage. And I thankfully during the pandemic wasn't. But when I got to stage, I was back in shape again. But there is something that happens when people look at you and they notice you're not taking care of yourself because you're sort of telling them to be motivated and get after it and take care of X, Y, and Z. But it's like, but you ain't even taking care of your health. You're not going to be here long term. How is that going to be something we could pay attention to, right? Or trust in or be led by? But then here's the other side. When you do get in shape and you do take care of yourself and you do have this space where folks, in fact, have a deep respect for you because you're taking care, you get access to more than you comprehend. People, situations, experiences, because people look at this and go, that person, they care about something. Now, you can't only care about your health. I think there's different levels to it. Some people, their identity is their body. I don't think it's healthy either. I think you can definitely go to the far stretches of it. And I don't need you to have a six-pack, shredded abs with veins everywhere. I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying is I should look at you and go, this person actually uses their gym membership. They may not be in the absolute best shape, but they do because they see it's important. I can lock in with this person because you're communicating and telegraphing how you feel about yourself, what you carry as a sense of self-respect by how you carry your body. And if you were to hear a guy like me talking about get after it, go, work hard, dark work, but you're like, but this guy's out of shape, you'd realize quickly I'm an incongruent human. So I gotta be congruent. And you need to be congruent as well, because the aspirations that you have for your life don't happen because you want them. They happen because you work towards them. But if you can't first work physically on you internally and mentally and emotionally, you can't work on something outside of you at the same level. You can't produce something that's going to be at your absolute best level of production. In fact, I would argue that even if somebody makes something great, if you're a out of shape person, you're not, you're obese, there's more that you could be doing that you're not doing. So I would argue you could be more successful than you already are. But are you pushing towards that? If you're not pushing towards that, it's time to start pushing towards that because, again, your body keeps score. If this episode stirred something in you, good. That means there's work to be done. Don't ignore it because listening is just the beginning. Because real change happens when you engage and you commit. So I invite you to join the Dark Work community inside the Dark Work app, which is where you communicate with amazing people on the same journey as you. You can find them on the App Store and the Google Play Store right now. Step into the conversations that sharpen your habits, strengthen your identity, and keep you locked in to the Dark Work.